Hey, so we're back with another recap of the crypto markets since the start of that pullback on August 16th. We're at some very interesting levels with the price, and there's a big surprise. If no one's seen it already, there's a big surprise for everybody in this video with one of the cryptos. The hint is in the thumbnail, so stay tuned and let's dig into this over the next 12 minutes. Alright guys, it's early morning, August 19th. Full 3 days since the start of the pullback from August 16th. So it's going to be really interesting to see what happens today over the next 24 hours because we do have a lot of interesting things going on with the cryptos. We're going to start again with XRP just like we did the last time for this segment of the pullback part 2. And so down here we have our lows, from the previous, consolidation and the start of this uptrend. So wave 1, 2 pullback, 3 push up, and now we're on that wave 4 pullback before the start of wave 5. Now question is, how likely is, these prices to continue pushing down, or is this a pivotal point and will price start to rally for a fresh wave 5 from these levels? Currently XRP is sitting at $1.11, and it's still a strong bullish case. And we'll start by looking at the fib. So pulling from the low, the start of wave 3 to the height of it, we see that XRP is sitting at that 38.2, which if it does bounce from this level, that is a strong indication of momentum. That's the same kind of pullback that we saw with this wave 1. So we could be expecting a push up from here. If it does drop lower, it could come down to this 50 or even this 618 before going higher if it does continue to go higher. Next thing to take note is that price is sitting on top of this support level, and it's also on this 4-hour time frame sitting on top of the 50 moving average. So we can kind of see that the 21 moving average and the 50 moving average is kind of squeezing price. It's kind of stuck between these two moving averages. And if we go down to the 1-hour time frame, we see that there was a little double bottom right here. Price was rejected from this level and it pushed up higher, but it failed to make a higher high on this second move up. And we see how now that we're down on the 1 hour from the 4-hour, that 50 moving average becomes the 200 simple moving average. And so price is sitting on that 1, 2, 3, now 4 times. And it's also being compressed by that 50 moving average above it, which it hasn't successfully failed to break. So it would be good if we see a break of that moving average, but we did see a break of this trend line. So we have a double bottom, we have price sitting strong on the moving average, we have a break of the trend line, all bullish signals indicating that price may spring from this point. It's also at a strong level of momentum on the fib, and what'll be interesting for the rest of the day is if, take a look at this potentially is a wedge, the start of a wedge right here. So let's see if price respects this level. This may be a little wedge. We could see a breakout from here, start moving to the upside. So that's XRP. Let's take a look at Bitcoin right quick. something also to note on the XRP is that if we look at the 4-hour, just to show how significant it is that price is sitting on that 50 moving average. The last time price made contact with the 50 moving average is right here during the wave 2 correction. It floated right on the 50, and then it started moving up, and it never saw the 50 moving average again. It retested on the 21 on these minor pullbacks, but since then it has not seen the 50 moving average, so we could just be seeing a replay of this wave 2 correction. So let's jump out to Bitcoin. And Bitcoin is interesting. Sorry, what's going on? Oh, there we go. Bitcoin is interesting. So we have our wave 1, right here. Put an arrow for you. Wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, and again the wave 4 correction. We have our trend line from the base to the wave 2 pullback, and we notice how Bitcoin actually broke the 50 moving average on its first pullback, whereas XRP kind of just floated on it. Bitcoin gets really slow on the peaks of its pullbacks. It's like it wants to push through that level of resistance, and it just takes so long to decide it's not going to make it before it pulls back. If we look at the fib on this first pullback, came down to that 38.2, and pull our fib again for this new wave, we see that price again is sitting on that 38.2. So it's sitting on the 38.2. It also broke the 50 moving average on the 4-hour, just like it did prior. We had a retest of the 50 moving average before it made a double bottom, and then breaking it and continuing up on this wave 3 rally. So we did get a break, we did get a retest, but not really a double bottom. So price is sitting on this support level where it touched once, twice in the past. So it's there again at this 43.7, and it's also sitting on that trend line. So as well as the 100 moving average. So it's going to be really curious to see, or really interesting to see, what Bitcoin does at this level. It did break the trend line that I had drawn previously. It managed to break through that, and so we go from this minor trend line to this major trend line, but it has not broken the upper trend line like XRP did. So if we go back to XRP real quick. I didn't pull it up for you guys, but XRP, it broke this trend line, pushing to the upside, whereas Bitcoin did not. It has stayed under that trend line so far. So going to be interesting to see what Bitcoin does. Ethereum is looking the same. This Litecoin chart is so messy, but pretty much the same except for Litecoin. We are getting a bit more consolidation at this level, a lot of rejection right here, and we could see a bounce up on Litecoin from this level. So I'd like to just point out that a lot of these cryptos move, I like to group them because they move similar. We see with the Litecoin, it has also broken the 50 moving average on the 4-hour and retested and rejected again. So you can kind of group Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin together. Ethereum Classic, Dogecoin, and Shiba Inu, and XRP, Cardano, and Stellar, XLM. these can be grouped together because these three groups, they all kind of share their own individual movement in the price. And with that being said, I want to pull up a part of this third group, which contains XRP, Cardano, and Stellar. I want you guys to take a look at Cardano. And before I pull it up, all of these cryptos are still pushing down. We haven't had any real serious break to the upside, but Cardano. So Cardano, gotta say it, rejected from that 38.2 where everybody else is still sitting. Rejected from that 50 moving average. Rejected from this place of support. And it pushed up, almost retaking these highs, almost. You know, we got a lot of wicks going on right here, but there's momentum behind this coin. There's momentum in this market. If you take a look on the 1 hour, we see, you know, it came up to this strong place of resistance, touched once, touched twice, is now sitting on top of the 50 moving average on the 1 hour, and the 50 and the 21 has crossed on the 1 hour. So next we need to see that 100 moving average cross under the 50, and hopefully, you know, maybe today we will get a break of this strong level of resistance. And the reality is, guys, all of these coins are sitting at these strong resistance levels. So, you know, this pullback was expected. And we're just waiting to see what it does from here. A lot of the signs that we looked at are really bullish. Some of the bearish signs that we saw for Bitcoin, it's no different than, you know, when Bitcoin had its correction, you know, back here. So there's no doom and gloom. There's no need to panic, you know, just yet. Like I said, the rest of the day is going to be interesting. We got a lot of things converging, you know, on these levels where price is at right now. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens throughout the rest of the day. Hope you guys enjoyed the update. If anything of significance happens, if we get some spikes on the rest of these cryptos like Cardano, maybe if we get a break and start making some new highs, or if price actually does drop and start to push lower, you know, towards that golden zone, that 50 to that 61.8 retracement level, you know, I'll make another video and keep you guys up to speed.